75 Showdown Best of Show goes to...
I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news, I am DaBadNewz. And in this video, we're checking out the biggest car audio show on the West Coast at the Showdown Mobile Audio and Car Show. This is gonna be a long one. There's a lot of builds to feature, and I'm basically gonna drop a day 1 video and a day 2 video. That just seems to make the most sense. That being said though, make sure you check out day 2 when I drop that. And with all that out the way, let's just go ahead and dive into it. As soon as we showed up, checked into the hotel, and went straight back down to the parking lot to start checking out the builds. And the crazy thing, all these builds that I've only ever seen online, I'm seeing in person for the first time. Like the Ruthless Hearse, Guillotine, Soulgasm. Ended up seeing Monky Bx, which is a build that, like, if you're into XBs and car audio, you definitely know Monky Bx. Clean ass DC Suburban, the Basehead Battleship, just all these really nice builds. I gotta give a quick shout out to Lambert, who's been a subscriber for a long time, and I finally got a chance to check out his build. He had 2 Rockford
15 P3s, got a T1000s on them.
On each one?
Yeah.
Nice.
In the rear doors, he had Punch Pro 8s, and in the front doors, he had a component set, the T1675. And powering those, he had the Power 400.4. And shout out to Lambert, because not only has he been a subscriber for a long time, and I finally got a chance to check out his build, but other than Evan, the dude who actually drove me there, he was the first actual demo of the whole weekend. So, you know, shout out to Lambert for that. And I'll see you at the next one. I pretty much hopped out of Lambert's car and couldn't help but notice Scott's Tahoe. He had 4 Ruthless 10Ks powering 4 Phi 418 18s. He also had a couple Ruthless 4 channels for his A-pillars and the 3 Sky High 8s, 2 tweeters, and a horn that he had in each door. And then he had the biggest lithium bank I've ever even heard of.
760.
Just a ridiculous amount of lithium. Like, that dude could power the whole hotel for the entire weekend. Like, just a stupid amount of power. But beside having a crazy loud build with a crazy amount of battery power, just a really awesome looking build, really eye-catching at night, and just, you know, really nice to see. Another build that was out there kind of shutting down the parking lot was the Basehead Battleship. This thing has 8 Ruthless 8Ks that are also powering 8 Phi 418s. It's got a super clean Warpath Energy lithium bank. I mean, I don't even know why I'm saying super clean. Everything on this build is super clean. It's like one of the cleanest builds I've ever seen, like period. Like, it's just super clean build. And seeing it at night is honestly the best time to see it because you get to see everything lit up and just kind of glowing the way that the builders intended it to be. There was 2 8s, 2 6.5s, and 2 tweeters per door, and then also 8 either 6.5s or 8s in the trunk area. Seen these demo vans pulling in. I also seen Daniel's build called the Hoe.
Looking for y'all. I went and got some food, we weren't nobody there. I'm ready to go.
I featured it on my channel before, but it was when he had his old build in there. I mean, his old build is nice, don't get me wrong. But his new build is just beautiful. He's got 4 DDZ18s with just a beautiful box. And unfortunately, I didn't get a demo from him during the show, but you know, I kind of figured like for the people from San Diego, I'll get a demo. I can get those demos all the time. But for the builds from Arizona, from Nevada, from Colorado, from Utah, from like all over the place that came, those are the ones I was really trying to make sure I got a demo for. But yeah, super clean 6th order built by Ronnie's. After checking out Daniel's build, I was cruising the parking lot and I ran into Chad. Chad's actually a subscriber and he just wanted to show me his build. And just for the record, if you watch this channel and you ever see me out in public and you want to give me a demo or something like that, please, if I have the time, I'll take that demo. I may be running around, I may be doing something, so I can't guarantee anything. But if I have the time, I'm trying to get that demo. But yeah, so I got to check out Chad's build. He has a full RDS audio build, doing the damn thing so hard that the 3rd brake light deleted itself.
Yeah, you lost it probably on the freeway or something.
And And the dust caps also kept deleting themselves.
They kept bouncing off the roof. So
Yeah, I kept losing dust caps, so I just left them off.
That's one of those bass head trophies, you know. He has two T2.2s strapped.
Not the prettiest, it'll work though.
Hey, that's all that matters, man. Feeding his 215s. He also had a 550.2 for his mids and highs. That night in the parking lot, I couldn't get a demo, but I did get a demo from him and this next build a little bit later, because obviously since I couldn't get a demo that night, I had to go back and see what's up. You know, that's just what I do.
He just got this, literally he was waiting on his tax money to come in.
So it wasn't even like wires ran or nothing?
No, all this was done within a day, like seriously.
After checking out Chad's build, I checked out his homie Dylan's build. He has a single FI Neo 4.7, I think it's an 18, and a really cool
parallel 6, so that top chamber where the sub is inverted, that's my high frequency box, and the bottom chamber is my low frequency.
But yeah, so cruising the parking lot, the DC Beetle was out there. This is another one that like, damn, I didn't get a chance to check out. And this thing looked crazy. I think it was 415s in a Beetle, in an old school Beetle. Giant Warpath Energy, lithium bank with the lights and everything, like very nice looking. Then there was this Infinity. It had 4 Ruthless 8500s. I think these were 8s, but they might have been 6.5s, and some horns in the trunk lid. 3 Ruthless 4 channels. Inside was 4 CAS 15s. In the doors, it was 4 Sky High 6.5s, and in the pillars, there was 4 Sky High 3.5s. After cruising around the parking lot for a little bit, we remembered that fireworks were legal, so we went to go shoot off some fireworks.
Just set the whole box on fire.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh shit! Yeah! That's 2 pieces.
Yeah, after checking out some fireworks for a little bit, I see Monky Bx pulling in. It's a first gen XB, and this thing is just crazy. This is one of those ones I was like, all right, I definitely have to get a demo of when I see it in the show. It's just amazing. The acrylic rear hatch, you know, acrylic port, just an amazing box. We're gonna end up checking this thing out in a little bit more detail a little bit later as well. Kind of like a preview of what's to come, you know what I mean? And I checked out Rhonda's single 6.5 in a 6th order build.
Let's go. Get your lighters, roll, let's get high. Got the blue,
just the most mind-blowing build. It was just a 6.5
On 2K.
and I don't know, it just hit very nice. It filled the entire cab, and you basically couldn't tell where it was coming from, even though it's sitting right there.
I'm legitimately f***ing blown away, bro. That's crazy. What?
Well, SQS.
That's
SQL.
kind of, yeah, sure. Full RDS build.
The box is tuned 30-60 hertz.
This is f***ing crazy. Very nice build. And then obviously I gotta give a big shout out to the homie Evan, who actually drove me from San Diego to Laughlin, Nevada. Big shout out to Evan for that. And then to close out the night, I met Michael again. I didn't get to see his build the last time I seen him, so it was cool getting to check out his build all the way out here, even though we're both from out here, you know what I'm saying? But he's got 4 15s from some kind of Chinese brand that he's got on
2 salts?
Yeah, 6s.
Damn, baller shit. He's got some unknown subs on some very well-known power. And they're doing it. They perform well.
And then I got the Yinlongs back there, the 160s.
The next day was the first official day of Showdown. I was checking out all the cars in the line waiting to get into the show area, and I ran the JT and the Durango. He had 2 Sundown ZBX 15s and was giving each one a Serwin Vega 3K.
And then the 3Ks on the dyno is 3,705.
Everything besides the Sundowns was actually Serwin Vega and the DSP and stuff like that. So big shout out to JT, the full DIY, basically full Serwin Vega build. After checking out JT's build, I kept going in the line and I ran the mic with the sick Rado. The crazy thing about running the mic with the sick Rado, he actually came to one of the San Diego bass meets one time so that his build could get featured. The thing is, he came to the bass meet that I missed because I was in the middle of an engine change.
By the way, I've never done this before and I don't know what I'm doing.
That's a whole nother story, whole nother video. I felt really bad about that because I definitely would have checked out his truck because that's a clean ass truck. And he got a really nice build in it that's actually putting in some work.
I made a killing, milk and okie I'm talking millions with that okie dokie.
With 3 Sylvesters 6.5s and 2 DS18 tweets in the front doors. And then he also had 3 Sylvesters in each rear door. In the bed, he had 4 Avatar SVL 15s on 2 Teramps 15Ks. And then obviously any build with one of my stickers on it is getting a feature.
I see like all the cool cars are getting these stickers now. I don't know where they're getting them from, but all the cool cars have them now.
We checked out Dion's Yukon with the 4 Avatar SVL 15s on a Teramps 30K. On the mids and highs, he had what looks like a JP284. It might be a 234, but I think it's a 284. Epicenter, Clarion DSP, you know, just all the stuff to make sure that everything was sounding crisp. And also just a super clean build with the suede headliner, sunroof all sealed up. He also had 2 Defbont 6.5s and a PRV tweeter in each door. I seen Rich pulling in the Suburban. This is like a super crazy build that I would do a disservice if I presented it to you guys right here, because I unfortunately didn't get a chance to see it when it was operational. But 8 18s in a 6th order. The entire box, the entire interior of the car, everything's steel. We're gonna check this thing out in detail in an upcoming video for sure. And then one of the builds that I seen at the last San Diego base meet but I didn't actually get a chance to check out was Mario's TC. He pulled it up at the last base meet after having just installed his 3 M-Mats Juggernaut 15s. He has them on 2 JP63s, I think. And then he has 2 Defbonts Arnold 6.5s in the doors, along with 2, I think they're the T25 tweeters in each door. And something I didn't actually notice at the time, but I noticed while editing the video, is check out the sunroof little cover while he's giving the demo. It like opened itself. Pretty crazy. And then I seen Base Barbie's build with 4 NSA, I think they were Corporal 12s, but don't exactly quote me on that. I know there were 4 NSA 12s. They got the acrylic radio box, Warpath Energy, you know, like all the cool cars, like just really nice build. And I'm not exactly sure which Gately amps she had powering them, but there was 7 of them back there. There was a 6.5 and the 8 in each rear window, and then also some Defbonts Arnold Neo 6.5s and 8s in the front doors. And I didn't get like a proper demo, but I did hear it while it was on. This thing's definitely nice. Throughout the day, if you were in the one certain section, you couldn't help but hearing Ryan's Suburban. He had a stunt wall with 14, what I'm assuming were 10-inch mids, and 8 DS18 horns on top. He also had 4 8s, a horn, and a tweeter in each door. And the really cool thing about this build, even though it's like still under construction, is all the airbrush work. When this thing is done, it is gonna be a clean ass build. Like, I really like the direction this thing's going. Power and everything was 2 Teramps MD 8Ks, 2 1200.1s, and then there was also an enclosure for what looked like 4 15s, maybe 4 18s. And yeah, when this thing's done, it's gonna be a beast, and I can't wait to check it out then. One of the builds that I'm really mad at myself for not checking out, the build that actually ended up winning the Best of Show.
2025 Showdown Best of Show goes to the Kraken. Where's John Hart at?
Little spoiler alert, the Kraken. I'm pretty sure it's 12 15s being powered by these 4 Stetson amps, and I'm not exactly sure how much power is on these Stetsons, but I know Stetson makes some of the highest wattage amps that I'm even aware of. Just ask Loud Fiat. 9 6.5s in each door. I'm not exactly sure the total number of alternators, but you could see at least 3 Brand X in what I'm sure is a one-off alternator bracket. More Stetsons mounted in the tailgate, and honestly, I love stuff like that, man, because like there's a lot of car audio builds that are built just to be loud. I respect the hell out of that too. That's cool. But I love when people go over the top, and this show was a great example of a bunch of builds that were over the top, you know what I mean? And everybody's gonna be like, bro, how'd you not check it out? Look, DaBadNewz is for the people. When I go to a show like this, I'm checking out everybody's builds. I'm not just checking out the main line where you see all the vendor builds. I was out there in the parking lot checking out builds of all sizes. And one of the people I regret not talking to was homie in the Defbonts Mustang. This thing was crazy. I wanted to get a demo in it, but honestly, the doors were so loud that like I couldn't get too close to it. And with the doors like kicking like that, it was kind of hard to walk up and like see what was inside there because like the doors were just screaming. I could tell that he had at least 4 of the Def Bonds, the Apocalypse 4515s, I think, 12 Arnold Neo 6.5s, and 8 tweeters per door. This thing was stupid loud. And he actually had all the battery power up on top of the car, the little cargo box. It's pretty cool how he has everything set up. Super awesome build. While I was checking out the Def Bonds Mustang, I ran into Paul with the Yukon that he called Pearly. We featured it a couple times, but it's been under construction. And even though it's still in the process of getting finished and all that, he had the build at the show and doing some damage. He's got 3 Brand X alternators, or maybe 2 Brand X, I'm not exactly sure. And the 4 Sundown SDDN 18s, which he currently has running on 2 Def Bonds AAK 6Ks. If you know anything about the SDDN 18s, obviously, there's more coming.
It just needs that whole like sealing off, and it needs to be buttoned up.
If you want to see, you just got to keep watching. Custom A-pillars with 2 tweeters and 2 3.5 mid-ranges, all sky high. And then the doors, he's got 2 6.5s and 2 tweeters. I know you're seeing all these builds with these custom speaker pods and you're probably wanting to get some yourself, and trust me, for what they do, it's the best solution out there. And for a limited time, they're actually having a tax time sale at customspeakerpods.com, and if you use my code DBN at checkout, you'll receive a discount, I'll receive a commission, and Custom Speaker Pods receives a sale. It's literally a win-win-win situation. You get loud, they get a sale, everybody wins, and this deal is only going on until April 15th, so you better act now. Use code DBN and save some money on your Custom Speaker Pods today. Shortly after running into Paul and checking out Pearly, I ran into Gunny, who is another guy that's local to San Diego and comes to the bass meets all the time, but he also had a new build that was, at least for me, hadn't been seen yet. He's got a couple Ruthless 4 channels, a Sound Digital 4 channel. He went full custom with the Stack Fab doors and has 2 Sky High 6.5s, 2 3.5s, and 2 tweeters per door. In the giant 6th order behind the driver and passenger seat, he's got 2 Pride S5 18s. And he's run them off a Power US 15K. One of the things I love about Gunny's build, other than the fact that it's Gunny built, is he's got like a little mini version of his truck as his bass knob. And that's just the kind of unnecessary shit that we are about on this channel. After getting a demo from Gunny, I got a demo from his teammate, Moses, in the Space for Bass FJ Cruiser.
Dude, I already know, dude. I'm ready. So right now we have a 912 Privates NSA, not standard audio.
In a completely steel 4th order.
We just fired up on Friday. Oh, shit. We've been working on this thing, dude, for 3 months, bro. It had the steel cage. It's all 1/4-inch plate, 2x1-inch tubing everywhere, foam. I mean, the whole works. And it's that fireproof foam because of the welding.
What do you have in mind?
So I have 3 Taram Space 15Ks. I want to say each one's probably giving us about 9K. Until we wire down to 3.3, then we'll probably get about 13 out of them.
I normally like low frequency windy demos, but he gave me one at 57.
So here we go, dude. You ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And it's pretty nasty. And he's got 3 DS18 6.5s in each door. And I really like the way he had his lithium bank displayed. After getting a demo from Moses, I took a stroll back through like the little vendor lane, and I seen the 1904 Audio and Flawless Angels booth. And obviously, being a 1904 person myself, I had to stop by and see what's up. They were out there with all the bass head stickers and the shirts, lots of DS18s, seen some Def Bonds over there. Another build that I didn't actually get a demo from was the Shittin' On 'Em Explorer with the 9 Solo X 15s. On 9 of their Warhorse amplifiers. So So there was 8 ST series mids and 4 ST series tweeters in each door. And I'm not sure, they were either the 9-inch or 7-inch. But what's crazy is like the interior is all steel and all that, but the seats and all the woodwork is like just crazy stack fab, just really nice looking. On top of the car, there's the stunt box with 16 more of the ST series mids and 16 tweets, like all around. Just insane. I want to give a big shout out to Steve Barber also, who I don't know personally, but he's like the organizer and he puts on the show. So big shout out to that dude. Just big shout out to all the organizers and everybody involved because it was an amazing show. It was really fun. I came home so motivated to change this thing up completely, and it's gonna happen and you'll be able to watch on this channel. So make sure you subscribe to see all that kind of stuff go down. That was a cool little plug, huh? That was unplanned. So after cruising like the main little strip area for a minute, I decided to go out and check some of the cars that were actually competing. Pretty much all the car audio competition organizations were there, but to be completely honest, I wasn't there to catch runs in the lanes, my bad. But I did decide to make my way out to where the competitor cars were. And I'm really glad I did because I ran the Jaden in the S10 Blazer. Full DD audio and literally tearing the sheet metal of the doors. Like just an insane build. He had 4 DDZ 18s and each one was on a DD 12K. And I swear this thing had enough lithium to power a small town for probably a couple weeks. Another thing I really like about Jaden's build is the inside is super clean. The actual build itself is like really nice. Super clean wiring inside. Great demo. Definitely one of those demos that you have to like try to get, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole time, we're like, oh, whoa, this is hidden, you know? And I love this kind of demos, man. Like if I get a demo in your shit, try to make me tap, please. I'm down. And I didn't catch dude's name, but dude was out there with the full DS18 build. He had 4 1K mid-bass 8s and I think 4 the Pro 8s. 2 horns and 4 tweeters in the trunk. He had 4 6.5s in each door, and then inside the car he had 2 Hooligan 15s on a Hooligan 10K. That thing sounded good. Alright, I gotta give an apology to both of these next 2 builds. I unfortunately didn't notate the owners' names. Both of them were representing the Arizona chapter of Team Deep Hertz. The first one, he had a Pathfinder, which I expected to be walled, and honestly the way he had it set up, it was almost like a wall, but it was actually a no wall build. He just had it blacked out. Had a titty panel for kind of like a rear fill.
Pretty much, I can't decide whether I'm gonna get more of just the Sky High 6.5s or the Wolfram 6.5s.
If I remember straight, it was a Resilient Sounds 15 on a Taramps Big Boss 3K. I like this, man. I like builds that are still in progress. The next one, I'm pretty sure he said he had the same setup, a single Resilient Sounds 15 on a Taramps Big Boss 3, although he was getting ready to drop Assault 8 into it. In the doors, he had down for sound mids and he was powering them with a Taramps 4-channel. Next up was one of the crazier demos of the whole weekend. I got a demo in Justin's full DC audio build. It was nasty. It has 4 Pitbull 20Ks and they are powering
2412. Holy shit. Whoa.
I didn't catch which ones they were, but I think they were the level 6. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but I do know it was 24 of them. Yeah. 24 12s. It also had 6 10s and 4 4-inch super tweeters in the cargo doors, and 4 8s and 4 tweeters in the actual doors. And then just 2 Singer alternators to power everything.
I'll let the DaBadNewz take control. I'll let the DaBadNewz take control. What's up, brother?
The demo I got with Robert, man, it caught us both by surprise. It had us both out there looking dumb.
ready, and if it get real, better get to me or ready to get my heels. Give me.
And hey, if a demo is making me look stupid, man, I appreciate that demo for sure, for sure. It was a crazy demo. Not only was it like high and painful, but it was also low and windy. And I love that. I love a demo where you get to see the full spectrum, you know what I'm saying?
Nasty.
And then another build I didn't actually get a demo in was Ed's Tesla. When I showed up Friday night, I seen this thing dumped out in the parking lot, and I was just like, oh shit, okay. I think he had 3 of the Gately Relentless Neos, because those things are ridiculous. I didn't actually catch a demo from it, but every time I walked by and it was on, it was making some noise. And very clean build, just really nicely done. And then one of the craziest cars that was at Showdown, the Ruthless Hearse. And if you don't know about this thing, it's just insane. All steel everywhere. The feeling you get in your chest, that feeling of like, oh shit. You get that feeling from the hearse when you're standing like 10, 20 feet away from it.
Only one I love from A block. Bam got hit in the head, so we still count that as a face shot.
Like, it's just insane. Like, that thing is so nasty. It's got 8 FI 418 18s on 8 Ruthless 10Ks. 2 giant Warpath lithium banks, 1 on each side of the car. 18 sky-high 6.5s in the rear door that opens suicide style, and then another 8 sky-high 6.5s and 4 tweeters in the front door that opens regular, except it opens like 180 degrees. And this thing is just crazy, man. I will say this, it is by far the craziest demo I have ever received, period. I've never tapped on a demo. This is the closest I have ever came to tapping on a demo. You can look at my face and you can see it. There's a certain point at which I stop jamming to the bass and I start focusing on breathing and just trying to get through the demo. And the only reason I didn't tap was because they turned down the music first. I was like right there on the edge of tapping and the music comes down, like I started coughing, like it's trying to catch your breath. And let me tell you, for at least the next hour, 2 hours, I could still feel that pressure on my chest.
That's crazy.
Like, that thing is serious. It is a crazy build, but if you see it, get a demo. It's one of those experiences, if you get the opportunity, you gotta try it, you gotta experience it. It's one of those things, like you get a demo from the hearse, and if you don't tap, you feel like I can take on the world, I can do anything. Shout out to those guys, because that build is crazy. And then I'll be completely honest, man, I super dropped the ball not actually saying what's up to this dude. I seen Sober Scum's build over there. He has 2 Teramps 15Ks to power 4 DS18 Hooligan 15s. He's got this super clean wiring. You got a Scion XB, it's a bass build, and it has stupid clean wiring. Like, I kind of dropped the ball on that one. I actually routed my Big 4 wiring based on a video that I seen from him. At the next one, I'll definitely have to get a demo and definitely have to see what's up. How can I not get a demo from another XB? It's interesting to see what other people do with the same ingredients, you know what I'm saying? After that, seen this white Astro van, didn't get to check it out, but looked like it had some heat in there. 3 JP284s, some Sparked Innovation relay box, Stetson DSP, 6 JP83s. Had something going on. While I was cruising around, I ended up running back into Michael, who, if you remember from earlier in the video, he's been a subscriber for a while, but I haven't been able to get a demo. He's got 4 15s. They're just some Chinese brand. And he actually likes them. And he has Scar 8 and some Berserk tweeters with the mid-ranges and some custom speaker pods.
So if you take me up and show me the balcony looking over the Hollywood Valley, I'll make your balloon pop.
After that, I got a demo from Banging on Wheels. He's got 3 Ruthless 8500s to power 6 NSA Corporal 15s. In a super clean acrylic Gately blow-through 6th order. Just a beautiful ass box, man. And the crazy thing about it is these things don't just look really good, it performs just as good as it looks. He had 2 Def Bonds Arnold 6.5s in the front doors and then also 2 in the rear door. They might have been 8s, but I'm pretty sure they were 6.5. And it's always nice seeing a really clean build that actually gets down, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Banging on Wheels for that demo, man. That shit was nasty. After the demo from Banging on Wheels, I got a demo from Eugene in the Tahoe with the 4 Trinity H Series 18s. In a giant ass 24 cubic foot Gately box on a Gately 15K with Warpath Energy lithium to round out everything.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Completely wood roof, and not just having a wood roof, but like clean. I love that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the fact that not only are they doing all the stuff that every other bass head is doing, but they're doing it clean. And let me just say this, every single car that had the name Gately in it was clean as f***. They weren't just loud, everything was just top notch. And that's really like some goals level builds, you know what I'm saying? Much respect to the whole Gately camp. And then between the Hearse and this one, it's a really tough toss up for my favorite demo of the day. This next one is a build that I've been waiting to see for a while. As somebody who DIYs my stuff, I aspire to that level of cleanliness. I told Bobby Gately that to his face.
If I even come like a 10th of this cleanliness, I'll be happy.
Because just the builds are just that clean and they perform really nicely. So yeah, we're gonna check out Soulgasm, which is a Escalade ESV, full Gately everywhere. It had 12 Gately Relentless 15s in what's probably one of the cleanest 6th orders I've ever seen in my life on 6 5700s. And it had 4 800.4s for the mids and highs, which included 4 3.5s and 4 tweeters in each A pillar, and also 8 Gately 6.5s in each door. And just an awesome build, man, with the man himself too. If you don't know who this guy who's giving me the demo is, I'm pointing like he's here. This is Bobby Gately. When you see Gately, that's Gately. So really cool that I got to meet him. Anyway, obviously, I'm gonna check out the Sky High booth. They were one of the big vendors that were there. They had a lot of really nice builds repping Sky High. The funny thing is that Sky High had out some new subs, and I didn't actually realize they were new because I honestly spend more time working on this stuff than I do staying up to date on what's coming out, new products and stuff like that. Like, I'm honestly out of the loop because I'm just working on videos. So they actually had some new subs there. They're brand new and they had never been seen before. Even though they're public now, check them out. This would have been a sneak peek if I released it any sooner.
He's hitting the nail on the head.
After that, I made my way back out in the parking lot. That's when I ended up running back into Chad and Dylan from the night before. And since we're at the show this time, I could actually get some proper demos. So I got to actually see what their RDS builds could do. After getting demos from Chad and Dylan, I was checking out Omar's Silverado from Proud Audio Solutions. I think those are 410s. It was a full DC build, except for the 2 RDS 7500s that he had on the subs, a couple 18s in the back, and a blow-through. And I also checked out Ramon's Ram, who was also repping Proud Audio Solutions. He had 5 6.5s, an 8, and 2 tweeters in each door. He also had the 4 DC, I think they were 8s, in a titty panel. And honestly, the more titty panels I see, the more I think I need to put one in my car. If not for the audio quality and the additive sound, just for the look, just because it looks cool. He also had a pretty much full DC build.
Except for my sub amps, I got RDS. I'll be jumping to the 9K soon. Yeah, it'll be all DC.
And then the last demo of the day came from Ryan in the Bollens Audio Astro van. He was running 6
Bollens Audio BA 418 TC, 4-inch coil, 18-inch, and then T is for TI basket, C is carbon.
On a Soundstream 15K. He also had 2 US amps, SQ442s, that he was using for the doors. And if I'll be completely honest, I didn't even catch what he had in the doors. Looks like just a 6.5 or something, just to have some music in there. The prefab box is the seat, you know, that's classy. The sideways license plate is always nice, you know, old school touch. And yeah, just a really nasty demo. So throughout the day, unfortunately, we had a couple casualties. Evan ended up busting his door open.
Casualties of his bass life.
Because of those 518s, just too much pressure, too much power. And speaking of too much pressure and too much power, Kyle ended up blowing out his passenger window.
You know what that is? That's shattered windshield.
That's one of those bass head trophies that you want to earn, but you don't actually want to receive, you know? And he got it. So, hey, that's how it happens sometimes. After the show was over, we went shopping for some fireworks.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Period.
Facts.
If you get 6
And spent the night shooting off fireworks.
Ain't no bad news till somebody blow their hands off. And that's the bad news.
And doing other things that wouldn't really fit on a family channel. So I'll leave it at that. And just tell you that you should definitely check out day 2, more demos. More builds, definitely worth checking out if I do say so myself. I'm gonna put a link for day 2 down in the description when it comes out, but until then, why don't you go ahead and check out this video, which is from a recent bass meet that we had here in San Diego. We had these bass meets every month, and they're really just a great time for bass heads to kind of do the same thing we did here at Showdown, but on a much smaller scale. But until that one comes out, that's pretty much all I got for this one. So always see the bad news first.